kind of like get rid of that then. Okay. We'll keep it simple. The only thing I can think of with that lives. I am back. I'm gonna test one more thing out. I want to say that another reason why I think that is the way it is because maybe it's copyright claim. I'm not sure because I'm still so new to YouTube. I don't know what's right, what's wrong, what I'm able to have, what I'm not able to have. So for all of us, it's kind of like a new learning curve. Pretty much. Because TikTok is a lot different. It could be, yes. I mean, I hope that's not the case. Because, I mean, they were able to post that video themselves, right? So, I mean, and it's YouTube. It's not like it's TikTok. But I did finish the video, even though so when it ends the stream for you guys on the other end, it actually still continues for me. So if that ever happens, I mean, it could be the drug talk. I will kind of pursue the video and keep continuing on with it. And then from there, I will just post it for content. Just so we don't waste time, or my time on that too. And then I can kind of like keep all the videos there. But yeah, my apologies. I'm sorry, guys. It's a possibility that it could have been the drug talk. That's why I'm gonna kind of just stick to this right now and just kind of just talk one-on-one, even though it's so small. But we'll see how it goes. And my bird's in the cage for now. I will bring her back out soon. And can you guys hear the music? Because I can't tell if you guys can. And I am going to rename that too. Good day, Pooh. Back. There we go. There we go. And also, another thing too, Emmy is in jail. I don't know if you guys can see her. That's her cage. Right there. There. Hi, it's kind of muted, but it's okay. What's muted? Like me talking, or is it the song? You can't really hear it that well. That's okay if you guys can't hear it. As long as I can hear it, I think that's what really matters. And welcome in, Tom! Oh my god, we're starting to get people from TikTok now. That's great. I'm glad. If anybody has any questions, I will bring Emmy out of jail soon. It's just, the music, yeah, okay. That's probably a good thing anyways, because it's probably going to be copyright. So even if you can't hear the music, that might be a good thing. I don't know. Everything's loud though. And I do have my headphones on, so. But I appreciate both of you guys for being here. The music is good? Okay, good. It's a good song. It's Blondish. I mean, I can't not with it, right? But yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. I can't watch a video because it's gonna get banned or something. What should we talk about? Let me know. If not, I'm just gonna literally just talk about energy. Oh, water's so good. And hey, this is kind of like a test run, so we're pretty much making sure. Well, we've been live for 5 minutes now. It seems to kind of cut into like 10-15 minutes. If I get out of it, energy is good. But you okay. Ask me a question relating to it, or even if it's like anything. I need kind of something to kind of go off to be able to go on a spiel, if you know what I mean. And I will get her out of the cage eventually. She's just on a little bit of a timeout. And I'm glad the music is good. I think we lost a couple people too. They'll come back. Ooh, we got a new subscriber. That's awesome. And yes, energy is good. And so far, nothing has happened yet. So, I think, honestly, if I'm being realistic, tonight was a good night. We were able to get 2 reaction videos tonight without having it cut out, besides from the first one. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. We were able to get 1 video. And Alejandro, I think you're right. I think it did have something to do with the drugs, if I'm being honest. So next time we won't do that. Even though that was a good thing, but we won't. Let me look up something. I love having 2 screens. It's so great. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, I think I'm good. So here's what I think about energy. I think all of it, we are kind of like, in a way, connected as one. I don't want the music to be too loud. Is it too loud? My ADHD. Okay. In a way, I think we're all kind of connected and harmonized in one. And energy is a very big part of the being, which is why we are called like human beings. In that sense, where one is the flesh, which is this, you know, what you're seeing, which is me, you would see you. The music is, right? Do you like it? Oh, I'm so glad you do. It's amazing, isn't it? Blondish is amazing. I hope it's not too loud. She's so great. I just want to dance to it, honestly. Dang. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting off track. So yeah, we are pretty much harmonized into one cluster, and in that sense, we are all connected to life forces around us, which is why animals are a very, very, very big thing in the human world, because we as humans are on top of the food chain. We are. There's no other species in the world that is below us. We are the ones kind of running the world, and we are the ones kind of destroying it as well. So we are also, you know, a lot of us are very materialistic based people, and we want to be able to kind of get out of our mind and be able to not be in that materialistic part of our human self, which is why I'm going to say again, we are called human beings, right? Human, flesh, being, soul. Sorry, this song is great, eh? Hold on. Let me do something really quick before I go on my spiel. I have to find a... And of course, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I think we'll just stick to the Blondish. There's another one that I want to actually play. It's also really good. This one is super good. So I'm going to add the cue. There we go. But yeah, so that is why, like, in a way, like, people who drink and they drink too much, they're not really in themselves anymore. They're actually, what my dad has taught me is like the spirit kind of takes over your body and you don't end up becoming yourself. Your soul, if you drink too much, right, there's a fine line between drinking. You can have fun, but like, hey, let's have a margarita, or like, you know, tequila, let's go. That's fine. But when you're to the point where it's like, I can't understand what's in front of me, you know, I'm lost, I don't know where I'm going, and I keep drinking, then you're not physically there. Your soul is gone. And a lot of people have been there. Maybe once, but I'm very self-aware in when I drink. And in that sense, I don't normally... That's why it's called spirits. And that's... Yes, Alejandro, and that's exactly why my dad said that. Bro, sorry for recommending those videos. Jake, don't worry about it, bro. You're good. I'm not mad. I thought it was a lot of fun. And next time we'll just do like dating or whatever, like those, you know, guess this or whatever. I don't know if it was that. I mean, it's been 11 minutes now and they haven't kicked me off yet, so... But you're good, man. If you guys have any recommendations for anything else, let me know. And honestly, when this video gets posted, I hope it doesn't get copyright for Blondish. I don't know. I might have to ask permission because I hope like this video gets really, really good. But yeah, Alejandro, that's why it's called spirits. It's scary getting blacked out drunk. Yes. And I've never actually been there. I've seen it though. I've seen it with my eyes. I think it was. That's okay, Jake. No worries, bro. You're good. No worries. Next time we'll think about something a little bit more friendly, okay? But that's not your fault. I wanted to try it out. First time for everything. But yes, scary getting blacked out drunk. So I've been to 2 raves in my life, and both of them were both different atmospheres. You know, I've been to Veld, I've been to, you know, Future Forest. I'm in Canada, so we kind of stick close to what we have. And we in Ontario, we don't allow bass like that in any of the regions in that sense, besides Vancouver, BC, and New Brunswick, because we're so in the boonies that we're able to... And I don't know if you guys have ever heard this. My dad was actually telling me the other night, he was like, there's something in the hertz in the sound waves, right? So think of your body as a vibrational being, right? And you're, like, think of me right now. Like, you're looking at me, and you have an aura, and then you have another aura, and another aura, right? That's magnetic fields, which is why I have... This is a magnetic bracelet. Anyways, the energy and the vibes you get from the bass, right? Because when you have bass, it's a frequency, right? And it goes like that. And then we are supposed to have, I think, 420 something hertz in the natural human state. But in certain places, it goes higher than that. And the bass can kind of control a human, and it's pretty insane. Let me read some of your guys' comments here. Alcohol is also erratic, and for alcohol, body eating spirit. Yes, you're right on that. Especially, like I said, you can drink, but if you go overboard where your body is not able to understand what's going on in front of them, like consciously, then you're done. You're either, you know, screwed, or you're gonna puke, and you're gonna come back around and you're gonna keep drinking. And that is when the spirit or the demon takes over. Because, and when I say spirits, right, think about it like this: spirits plus emotions. Spirits equal emotions. Sad, anger, you know, I didn't get this in life, this didn't happen, my dad hit me, whatever the case may be. I don't want to get too involved. Trauma. that's where people drink. You know, I lost this person, whatever, right? I'm gonna read the next comment though. It's one time I got really drunk and went in the woods and got something like amnesia. Really? Is that like that's interesting. I've actually never even like heard of that before. You must have blacked out. Almost like teleporting. Interesting. So, yes. Okay, actually I can relate to that. I have been there once in my life. One time. And I was actually, so I'm the one growing up as a teenager. I was always the one DDing, right? So I had to be sober a lot of my teens and like, 20s. I had to be sober, which was fine. But my friend said one night, she's like, I want you to just have fun. I'm gonna drive. And I'm like, okay, because a lot of my friends don't drive. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. So I ended up having like a little weed cookie and I drank. How old was I? I must have been like 17, maybe 18. I think 17 though. It's like almost like on the trail, yes. Like skipping time, yes. That's what blacking out is. And that's when your body, like I said, we have these frequencies. That's when our body wants to come back into, our soul wants to come back, consciousness wants to come back into the body. But the spirits, aka the demons, which is, I want to say, your emotions. Spirit, emotions. Some will take over more than others. I don't want to say that it's an actual demon possessing you unless you take some kind of hard drug to the point where you're physically and mentally aren't here and you're just sitting there like a zombie, right? Then maybe you're kind of out of it, but the consciousness will always kind of snap back in a way. It's weird because I felt so awake at the time. That's another thing too, right? And that awake feeling that you're describing is the frames where you're conscious and then not conscious and then conscious and then not conscious blurring all in one, where you think that you're kind of in the same time frame, where it's like in reality you're here, it's 10 o'clock, you've been like, you're crazy drunk and you're like on drugs, whatever the case may be, and you're here, and then 10 o'clock, right? Then it's 1 o'clock, you missed a whole gap, and then it's 4 o'clock, and then 5, or whatever you're doing. I mean, I could dumb it down to like 35 minutes to an hour, and then 10 minutes, right? It depends on what your aura and your vibrational state is. That's why, like, when I go to like raves and stuff, I stay away from alcohol unless I want to dance. If I want to dance, then yes, I will have a little bit. But a lot of people, from what I've seen, because that's why I like going to raves, because I like to see how people react to certain things, and also you get to meet a lot of cool people too, chill people. But you get those youngins that come in, I just turned 19, and they just go crazy, and they actually get kicked out. Yeah, time is weird. It is. I mean, honestly, I think time isn't really even real. It's a made-up construct to be able to be here at a certain time and be able to have this at a certain time, and got to pick up the kids, got to have lunch, got to do laundry. It's because we're solely based as a society, as humans, we need that because there's so many of us. And then of course governments, elites, whatever you want to get involved. I don't want to get kicked off, but that's kind of why it's made up, because we as humans have to be able to have that fine line to be able to construct our lives, to be able to live in their game. That's the whole point. I don't want to say anything too out of script with it because I don't want to get muted. It is an illusion. That is why, like, say when you're, when you guys have this feeling when you're a kid and you're like, oh, I have to go and do these things and climb trees and fish or whatever, and you do that and time just seems so slow. right? You gotta go to school, you know, you gotta watch TV, whatever. It seems so slow. And a lot of kids are like, oh my God, I don't want to wait. I don't want to do this. Well, just be in the present and do it, right? But then when you're an adult, you have work and all these things consume your time. And it's like, oh my God, April's done. We are already in May. And it's like 2026 just happened. No, wait. It's been what? January, February, March, April. It's been 5 months and 2026 is like half done. Right? It goes by quick, and it's a perception. With me, I can't wait for August, or I can't wait to do something in this time. So for me, I'm like, oh, I want to get through this now to be able to be there at that time, because that's what I've been waiting for. The human mind is very strong. I had one trip on some. Okay, I just read your comment, and I'm just curious to know. Thank you, Doom. You're in, Doomy. Welcome in, brother. I just wanted to ask, if you don't mind me asking, in the comments, can I ask what kind of D you were on? Uggies. What kind of D Uggies you were on? I have to say it like that because I don't want to get thrown off. Dimitri. That's a big one. And I want to say, guys, and thank you for sharing that. A lot of our psychedelics, they come from plants. And Dimitri is a very big one. That's closely related to salvia. And I have to say, how long was your journey, if you don't mind me asking? Hugs, yeah, Dimitri, that's a big one. Okay, so experiment is fine. You only live once, YOLO. And you were put on this earth for a reason, and everything that is coming your way is a challenge, may seem bad. Oh, why did this happen to me today? Whatever. It's there for a reason. So when you want to experience something like Dimitri or like salvia or anything psychedelic that's natural from this earth, but hard on the mind, but good for the soul, you have to literally meditate, and you have to be in a safe space when you do it. Yeah, 15 to 45 minutes sounds pretty much right. Yeah. And I really appreciate you, Tom, for sharing that experience. That is insane. I've never had that before, and I've never had salvia. Now, I'm not saying that I would never try it. Personally, I'm not ready for that because I have so much more evolving that I have to do, you know? And me being 25 years old, I'm down here. Right? I've only ever experienced like LSD and shrooms pretty much, and DMT. Longer you take a tea before, yes. And you can, I don't know with Dimitri, I've never experienced that. You could grow it, but you got to be very careful with that kind of stuff, especially since it's psychedelics. That's why a year ago, I was kind of microdosing shrooms, because it puts you in a vibrational state where you're in a way where you're just you're there, but you're consciously more aware of what you're doing and what you're aware of. Maui, yes. I want to say I really appreciate you. Doom is here, yes. I really appreciate you sharing your experience too. Hope you have a good night. Gotta wake up early, sleep well. You too, Doom. Thank you for popping in. I know we have different time zones, so I hope you have a good day at work, man. Thank you again. Thank you for chilling. You're always welcome anytime. Whatever you want to do. If you even want to fall asleep, like whatever you want to do. But yeah, so like, has anybody in the chat, and I don't want to get too exclusive with it because and I think this is a lot of where my energy comes from. I've always been even as a little kid, I've always been very tuned with my energy, and I knew that from a fact, because if something happened, I would always feel sad, or I would always feel other people's aura or energy, and I'd be like, how can I help this person? How can I be there for this person, right? Thank you, no thank you. Has anybody in here ever had a DMT experience? And also, Tom, that's why when you do have Dimitri or Selvi or anything like that, you have a babysitter to watch you, and you make sure that you're in your right state of mind to be able to do that. If you're going into it, this transitioning, and you have regrets, hates, you're feeling sad, or, whatever the case may be, don't do it, ever. Yeah, that makes sense, Dimitri. Wait, is DMT is the God molecule? So if you've never had that, it's I mean, I've never had Dimitri, but DMT is a little different, I want to say, from Dimitri. Since Dimitri is a very raw substance, I mean, so is DMT, but it's a little, they both have differences. One lasts 15 to 45, one lasts 10. And then you're going into a certain type of knowing into yourself. I'd like to call it the third eye, from my experience. I've had that before, and I knew I was going to be okay from the first time I've had LSD. And the first time I had it was with my best friend, and I was actually crying because of how beautiful it was. DM's the God molecule, I thought it was the same. I'm not 100% sure. I think Dimitri is more powerful than DMT. I have to do a little more research, you could be right, but raw, I mean, nobody's sitting there on the internet in Canada selling Dimitri because it's so raw and advanced. You really have to be in your right state of mind to be experimenting with these kind of things. Yeah, it's so everybody has their own experiences with DMT too. So like for my cousin, for an example, like she saw like shadows in the room, or she saw like a being, and I think there's about 4 or 5 or maybe 6 different type of beings that you actually come across if your mind and your energy allows you. I never did. Rupert. Oh, okay, you went right in. You went right natural. See, I could never relate. I only know in like some. I only know DMT, LSD, and shrooms. That's good enough for me. I don't need to really experience anything more than that, because I know what I'm going for is something more calmer in that sense. That's why I'd rather just sit in a hammock and just pretty much chill. And vibe to the music. But other in that sense, if you've never tried it, I don't want to say, hey, try it, but it's a very interesting experience, and I've experienced it a couple times. And let's just say music, when you close your eyes, music has a different form in your brain, and everything looks really cool. But like I said, if you're in a wrong state of mind, and if you don't have the right aura or energy, that will confide into who you are as a being, and it could be 1A good or bad experience for you. With a pina colada. AJ, Alejandro, I just want to say, I hope I'm not scaring you off with all this stuff. I'm just being really authentic. So I hope that you're like, oh my god, this girl's like some druggie or something. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's cool. From one that I enjoyed, but it's not for the weak. No, it's not. You, like I said, it definitely opens up that third eye, which is why wisdom teeth are important, I think, in that sense. Even though I had to get these ones removed because they were very heavily impacted, I still have one up here. And apparently the wisdom teeth actually connect to your pineal gland, which is your third eye. You be you. I mean, I was gonna tell you eventually. But yeah, no, I mean, someone who's usually goes to like raves and stuff. Like for me, I don't drink alcohol. I mean, for fun, yes. If I want to dance, yes. If I want to be with my partner, yes. I'll do that. But when I'm chilling in a hammock, I might have a shroom or two, and that's pretty much it. But alcohol, mm-mm. And there was at that festival, there was actually a lot of people who got kicked out because they were very young, and they were drinking. And I'm just like, why? Why do you go to these places like a festival? It's like a hippie fest, and why do you drink? You're such a mood killer. Well, it's only if you drink too much. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to get my bird. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. It got really hot. So, and that's also a reason why I think I'm very good with animals and understanding. Look at her go. Understanding feelings of some sort. Yes, Parrot, she's back. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say on those kind of. Don't you dare poop. Did you poop? You go over there and do your poo. You better not poop. Okay, she's good. Peace out, Kai. It's on the game. Do you know when your next stream will be? Probably tomorrow, at some point. Tonight. Tomorrow at night. My bad. Let's say 8 o'clock? Maybe 7, my time. And thank you for chilling. I appreciate that. The way she flew in, yeah, she's a good girl. She's chilling. Say hi to the peeps, my girl. Herbs. Peace out, man. I'll see you on the next one. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I have to say about that. I kind of like streamed away from like alcohol to this and next, but I'm just kind of going off based of my experience. So but if anybody has any questions for like what you guys just kind of heard, and one human to another, because we're all human, please just let me know. If not, then I'll probably end the line and end the live. Emmy and herbs. Yeah. If I'm being honest, yeah, baby girl, go dance. If I'm being honest with you guys, is if you're able to do and enjoy life sober, I think you're on top. That's kind of the key point. You shouldn't have to go through all these different well, you should, but like to continue doing it, like maybe it's a little different for people. Yeah, boo boo, she's chewing on my thing. Are you into conspiracy theories? Oh, don't get me started, Tom. I am. And AJ, Alejandro knows. What do you have with conspiracies? Because I will definitely hop on that. If we're talking about the vaccines, yes, I can totally hop on that too. Oh, sorry, boo-boo. Or anything. You put it down in the comments. Let me get my tinfoil hat. Okay, I'll wait. Got my water out. My Kangen water? See, this sucks because in TikTok I can just invite people up and we could have a one-on-one conversation, but I can't do that on here. It's just kind of me, which is fine. And I got a little too hot. Damn, man, I've been busy all day. But yeah, so I am into conspiracy theories. It depends on what you want to talk about in that sense. We could do vaccines, we could do... Oh, AJ. Should I grab my tinfoil hat too? Just let me know. Oh God, I'm sorry I keep calling you that. Just let me know in the comments what we want to talk about for theories before I continue, because I need a little bit of a guidance. The woo-woo stuff. Okay, what do we want to get into? Oh, you're past the woo stuff. Okay, I've never heard anybody call it that, but is that like conspiracies in that? Is woo woo a conspiracy? Or is woo woo, what is that? What is woo woo? Underground labs, clones, or whatnot? Oh man, what was her name? Who was the girl who sang Skater Boy? Avril Lavigne. They be cloning people? Yes. Genetic modifications? 100%. So what I'm gonna say on that is, I don't know if we have the technology to make or clone a human, but I want to say in the back of my mind that is 100% possible due to like embryo. There's definitely something hidden deep down in the iceberg that we as humans, aka rats running the rat race, are only shown so much. And I don't want to get too into that because I don't want to get my account banned. I would be in the Myrna. What is that? Vax? They clone sheep, they can clone humans. Agent. Oh, I just told me that. No. Hold on, Alejandro. Damn, you might have to change your thing. You're so right. Sorry. You are very right. Yeah. I never really thought about it in that sense, but when you think about it, so the Epstein files that's the next one I kind of want to get into, with the Epstein files. That's a bad one. I'm not going to get too heavily into it, but there's a lot of young people missing in the world, and it's easy to forget those people if you're not their family. Oh, this person who's young is gone, you know, or this happened, but it happens all around the world, all the time, every day, just like how people die every second and how people are born every second. There's so many of us on this world, we're pretty much a clusterfuck, and having a person just disappear, even if it's a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or a 14 or 22, it's just so easy to be able to just poof, be gone. And if you're not in that family group of that person, then where is this person? You know, did they get human trafficked, or did they get their blood reused, right? Because when you reuse blood cells, you know, you have a kid blood cell when they have young blood cells, they can actually reverse aging. Come on, man. They can actually reverse aging with the blood cells, and that's why celebrities look so young. Identical twins are clones. They are. I got into that. It was terrible. Wouldn't recommend. I never got into it. If I'm being honest, Alejandro, I never got into it. ever. I never even got into any of this stuff. I just feel it in my body. Like, I could feel it. Because humans are just so... I just want to... You know what I mean? It's hard, right? And that's why, like, say for an example, when I go out for my runs, you know, I do a jog, I go out for, you know, 30 minutes or an hour, and my grandma's like, it's 10 o'clock at night. What are you doing? Like, go at like 8 or 7 or 5. And I'm like, I like the night, it's peaceful, it's colder when I'm sweating my butt off, and there's not a whole lot of traffic and this, that. But what could stop anyone to just come out and be like, I'm gonna just, you know, or just do something, right? I'm a kung fu man. I'm a buff. No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, I do know the self-defense, of course. So, in that sense, but it does happen to people. So you gotta be very careful. Very, 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 very careful. I like this song, but I'm gonna switch it. Motivation to run faster? Yes. Yes. And that's what I've actually known, even just from like running myself. I'm just going. And I don't stop. I just go, 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 go. But because I have asthma, I have to do those pauses in between. That's why I spider, or hey, I gotta, you know what I mean? So I have those pauses in between, so I'm able to just breathe, right? And even when I'm walking, like when I'm sitting there walking and I have to take a breath. Sorry, I'm like, it's hot. The heat is on. God damn. When I'm sitting there walking, I actually put my hands together like this. And I close my eyes as I'm walking, and I can feel the air going into my nose and actually into my lungs, going back out. And if I am able to master that, which is still fairly new to me, not really, since I have asthma, I've always kind of had to deal with that, in that sense. I'm gonna turn the light on brighter. Do you take meds for asthma? I do. I have to. I will show you it. Give me a second. Where do you go? Okay. I have to get like the camera in my face. Oh my god. Not the camera, the glasses. I do. I take a Sympacort. I don't have a blue inhaler. I think I'm going to get it just in case, because the blue inhaler actually helps stop your asthma attack, and this is pretty much helps you just in general. You should send me one of my breathing techniques, because I need to learn as much as I can. And my dad is very, and that's where I get a lot of my energy from, is like, he teaches me a lot. And he lets me know what I should be doing, what I should be eating. Not like saying, oh, like, you should do this and you have to do this, but it's like, hey, daughter, you have a weak immune system, and I want you to be better than that. So I'm gonna recommend some stuff, and just if you do that and you meditate, then you'll be able to kind of get into your energy. I used to take Alfendra and opened up my lungs so much. What is that? This is pretty much steroids. Pretty much. It says take 2 puffs daily. I try not to. I try to wean away from this as much as I can before I actually need to take it. And Emmy, she gets very territorial of it. She does not like it at all. So sometimes when I'm breathing, I actually have to distract her, because you see how she's aiming for my face? She hates this thing so much. It's a stimulant. Is that what it is? I never actually did a whole bunch of research on it. I just know it helps. So if I get that will, it helps with the It does, yes. And that's the same with me, and that's why, like, for me, if I'm being honest, I never really used to run a whole lot. But when I was in high school, I did. I did track and field. I was actually second place in the 400 meter run or whatever. And that was pretty cool. What else did I do? Come on, boo-boo, it's gone. Stop it. Let me chill, we need the case. Yeah. She hates this thing. I'm just going to hide it. Yeah, I thought you would know to use it with, or to use it to be prescribed. Yes, yeah. No, I've never heard of that. I only know the blue inhaler, the brown inhaler, the orange inhaler, and the Cipacort, which is this. This is what my lungs, and I've actually, right? So it has 120 puffs, but right now it's at 0. I don't know if it will show. It's at 0, so it's red. And here's something, right? Even though it's at 0, there's still medication in there. And don't worry, guys, I have 2 full ones. They're about $125 each if you don't have benefits. And I want to show you what I breathe into my lungs, if you can see it. So that's a picture of me and my bird. Can you see the white powder? Do you see that? That is what I breathe into my lungs to be able to help me survive if I'm dying. Like, that's actually insane. So, yeah. Maybe in myself I need to do a little bit more research, but it does help me when I am having a hard time breathing and my lungs close. And the only time I have a hard time with it is when I'm around an animal with fur. That's the only issue. And that's the hard truth about it. So I gotta be very careful with what I do. And take precautions. Yeah, boo-boo. Yeah, boo-boo. I just gotta be careful. I can totally be around an animal with fur, but I just gotta wash my hands, maybe wear a respirator. Just gotta be very careful. No, I never heard of that one before. And I want to say, like, asthma kind of happens to kids who weren't fed, like, breast milk or whatever, but unfortunately, asthma kind of runs in my family, on the female side. That's the only downside. But everything else, I'm totally fine. It's just asthma. Okay, good question, Alejandro. That does suck, yes. Trust me, I want nothing more but to, like, love cats and dogs and just be around them. But I sneeze, I can't breathe, I have gunk coming out of my eyes, it's bad. But if I'm around someone who's been around animal fur and they hug me and I smell them or whatever or I touch, whatever the case may be, I only get a minor reaction. Well, 1 or 2 things could happen. It's not my asthma that will react. It's actually sneezing and red blotches on my face or just body. I actually did an allergy test when I was younger. I think I was 16 when I did it, and they put these lines on your arm and it lets you do animal hair, dog hair. And when the girl did horsehair, my welt was this big for horsehair, and for dog hair it was this big, and for cat hair it was this big. So there are medications to kind of counteract that, but I want to say when I was younger, like 5, 4, 6 years old, whatever, I used to take in all these stray cats, and I'm like, Mom, I want to bring this cat in. Mom, I want to bring this cat in. Mom, we have to have this cat in the house now, because I loved cats. And then, my mom was like, she never said no, because even though she had asthma and all these allergic reactions. So that's allergies? Yes. Wait, Tom, do you not have any allergies? Unfortunately, it's genetics. That's the only downpour of it. That's the only reason why I want boys. That's the only reason. Was it actually also you, Alejandro? Can I ask, like, how does one overcome that without taking medication to ease it? I mean, and I'm not gonna like disclaim cats or dogs or animals, because I love animals. I want to be around them all the time, and I'll do anything to be able to accomplish that. But even birds themselves, I can't clean the cage in a secluded area with hot water. It has to be outside, or else bird reaction will be way worse. Not that I know of, but I got stung once, we got stung once by a bee. Last one breakout. You have a bee reaction. Insane. I don't think my dad is allergic to bees, but he claims that he's allergic to peanuts. Interesting. No, I would rescue cats and dogs when I was a kid. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I mean, I would see a stray cat in like the area that I was living in at the time, and I'd be like, Mom, we have to save this animal now. And then I woke up with, my eyes were actually sealed shut from all the bacteria in my eyes and the allergic reaction. I couldn't see. And my face was puffy and I couldn't breathe. But I still kind of struggled through that just to keep the cat. I didn't care. I did not care at all. And then my mom bought our first dog, and his name was Bubba, and he was a golden retriever. We had a golden retriever lab. We had him for maybe 3 weeks, and me being a very caring person, I wanted to keep him, but I was dying having that dog, even though I didn't care if I was. I couldn't breathe. I had to take my inhaler 2 times an hour. I had to wash my hands every hour. I couldn't sleep on the couch. I couldn't do this or that. And I was still putting up the effort to keep that dog because I love Bubba. But my mom, because I got my crappy genetics internal from her, she was the one who had to get rid of the dog because she was dying herself. So it was kind of crappy, but we gave him to a very good family friend. And I can't have a dog with long hair in the house, and that's what really sucks, because I want a bunch of German shepherds, and I want a wolf dog so bad. I think the only possibility of me having that is if they were able to stay outside, and I can be able to breathe fresh air and stuff, and I think I'd be okay. That might be okay. In that sense. Sorry, I'm missing comments here. Yeah, only once. Another time you got hit by a swarm and no reaction. That's actually really cool that you said that, because if I'm being honest, I think that with bees and peanut allergies, I think a human body, as crazy as the cells work, and the white blood cells, they can be stronger and kind of spike out to be able to kill that bacteria to harm your body, and then you'll eventually get immune to it. But unfortunately, some people's bodies are just, as hard as you try to do it, it's just not possible. That's why when I was a little kid, I grew up and I was always in the hospital. There wasn't from ages 3 to 6, I was in the hospital. I was in the emergency all the time because I was so sick. Even if I got sick myself and had nothing to do with animals, I just got a bad cough or whatever, cold, my eyes would be sealed shut from all the gunk, and I couldn't I couldn't see, I couldn't breathe, my lungs would be closed, and they would have to take me to the emergency, and I was hooked up to a ventilator for weeks. It sucks, man. God damn. I do love German Shepherd. They are my favorite dog. They are my favorite dog too. I want nothing more but a German Shepherd and to name it Delgado. And they're very protective dog. The only way that I could ever, so it's like one or the other. If I own a German Shepherd, I can't have a cat. Because there would be too much hair around the house. And I would have to clean it 24 hours a day. I'd have to vacuum, I'd have to sweep, or else I would literally die. But I think they do have like hypoallergenic German Shepherds and cats too, like you said before. I would have to, before I ever get one of those hypos, I would have to sit there and like breathe in the fur. Once they're like okay with parasites. I don't want to have parasites from them. Maybe my immune system was weak at the time. Yes, it's a possibility. Your immune system does get weak and then it gets better. Also, guys, I'm going to end the live at an hour, so we got like maybe 6 minutes before I end. I'm gonna eat some soup that my grandma made. That my lovely grandma made. I'd say 20 air filters and 10 pass working all the time. Well, hey, let me get up on my day trading and we can just do that, right? That's expensive. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I think honestly, I would probably try everything in my power to be able to have these animals around me. But I think like once you see that it actually causes issue for me, I think something may be a little different, because especially with kids too. Come on, man, stop biting me. And stop. That's why I kind of stick with birds or like a really cool like fish tank. But oh, what are those dogs? They're not Saint Bernards, but they're like they're big and they're farm dogs, and they have they're all like they're like a beige color, and they have a dark snout. Has to be hypoallergenics, yeah. That's, with me, unfortunately, Alejandro, it's very depressing with me in that sense. But yes, it would be hypo. Because if I wasn't allergic to animals, and if I didn't have asthma, I would have cats, and I would have a couple dogs. I want a Boston Terrier. Small. I can have short-haired dogs, but I'd have to clean the house like 2 times a day. Neighborhood shawarma really good in huge proportions. Did you say shawarma? What the hell, Tom? Mastiff? Don't even get me on the shawarma right now. Please. I can't eat meat right now. I'm on a vegetarian diet for a little bit. I do Rottweilers as well. Rottweilers are very good. They're very protective. I would do a pit bull. I would do a pitty. But I think before my life ends, I want to have a Boston Terrier. Even just like a Boston Terrier pit bull, because man, that dog was my favorite dog. I love that dog so much. And a part of me wonders if like he would ever come back in that sense, but you never know. I don't think I would ever own a pug. That was my last dog. She was very short-haired. And Harley is our other dog. He's really good. He's not a pitty or anything like that, but he's pretty cool. I don't remember what he was. He's something. He's a mutt. But yeah, Rottweilers are pretty cool. They're very protective. Very protective. Never mind, I'm back. Everybody, Jake is back. Welcome in, Jake. How was your game? I hope you had a good game. Marvel Rivals, maybe? I don't know. I could be wrong. Pitties are too needy. They need jump, rub all over you. Yeah, they are very needy. And my dog Hemi, he was actually a pitty Boston Terrier. But his ears were all floppy like a pitty. He was the Ruffed Leather. He was a cute dog. Pugs are very cute. I had a Boston Terrier pug. We had to put her down. She was 15, so she actually lasted quite a long time. But her back was giving out. She couldn't pee like she was peeing everywhere. Saint Bernard's Great Dane mix. Damn, that's a good one. So if I ever had a farm, I don't know if anybody's ever seen like these videos with the dog sitting in the coop protecting the animals. I don't know what those dogs are called. I would like to have like 2 of them. Dogs that stay outside. I think those would be really good to have, especially to be able to protect the farm from coyotes or wild animals, or even just like wild boars. You have a Saint Bernard Great Dane mix named Doug. That's cute. May I ask, how old is Doug? Very cute. My brother has a Pitbull Lab mix and he jumps a lot. Yeah. It also depends on how you train the dog too, right? I'm not really good with dog training. I'm very new to it because I don't have dogs. The only dog I ever really had was Hemi, which was my Boston Terrier Pitbull. But other than that, that's it. And that was when I was younger. He just turned 2? That's really cute. So he's still a puppy. That's pretty cool. I think honestly, if you have the right master and the right like energy, you know, animals are very keen with energy towards humans, right? So it's an energy base because animals can't talk, but they can feel on the base of your tone, and they can understand just by what you're doing as an individual. Also, I gotta check the time. It's already 2 o'clock for me. God damn. Also, another thing too, from my experience, my dad is with the girl that he's with now, and she had a dog named Jack, and I think he was a lab hound or something, and he did not like me at all, because he was actually raised and he was born to be a dog fighter illegally. And when I was like maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, anytime that I'd come visit my father, he would sit there and bark at me and actually chase me and bite me. He never bit me, but like I never wanted to mess with him because he would tell me, you get too close and I'm going to bite you. And I just stayed my distance because I never wanted beef. But anytime that I'd be walking past the dog to get to the kitchen and he barked at me, my dad, he'd sit there, he'd be like, for like 10 minutes and just sat there and just stared at the dog and just like, you do not do that. You feel my energy. That is no. So he knew. He stared at my dad. He was like, you know how some dogs have like the little muff where they're like, you know, they're like sitting there staring at you. He just sat there and just stared at him, basically telling him to not do that. There's no violence involved. There's no yelling involved. There's no hitting involved. It's just, no, that is not okay. And that dog just sat there. He was actually very intimidated by my dad, but he would never ever, you know, bite him or anything like that. But even with all of his training, even when my dad's not there, he would still bark. But yeah, I noticed that with goats. Goats? My dog knows when I'm talking to them. Yes, they do. Even if they can't understand you in the human language, they can feel the energy. 100%. I'm very good at training. I thought You taught your last cat to sit and roll over and jump through hoops? That's crazy, man. No way. Did you actually? Alejandro, that's kudos to you. I think I'd have to leave the training to you. I don't train my animals. I mean, I train them to not, like, when I'm walking a dog, the dog has to be beside me or behind me. And to be barking uncontrollably, if I'm in the house and this dog is barking nonstop, I don't know if I could do that. That's too much. I can't have dogs sitting there barking all day, every day. But, like with Emmy, when people say, hey, no. Emmy does not do tricks, because for me, maybe I'm a little lazy, I don't know. I just let the animal do its thing. But if they disrespect or have any kind of, like, they need discipline, that's where I come in. And to know, hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you, boo-boo. You gotta get some water, right? No, I'm just kidding. She's pretty smart. She's a smart bird. That's what I was like with the goats. When they did... Oh, you were like that to the goats? Did they understand your energy? I just stared at them and they would walk slowly. Yes! That's so good. Yeah, because they could feel it, right? They knew exactly what it was. Because energy comes first, voice comes after, and then some, unfortunately, humans will hit the animals, beat the animals, right? But energy, if you can teach an animal to do something without actually having to tell it to do it, then you know what I mean? That's why I don't train her to do much things, because she already knows my vibe and I know her vibe. But my cousin, when she has her bird is actually, she does twirls, right? She does, ups and downs or whatever. This bird, she's kind of rogue, but she knows her place in my world. She did spill my drink tonight, but she knows when I get angry, she knows when she's on a timeout, and she knows, but I don't know, I just really don't train animals that much. I don't really care enough about it. Unless it's a dog and they have to know to not do a certain thing, then that's a little different. Cats? I don't even bother with cats, guys, because cats are on their own level. Cats do their own thing. Come on, boo-boo. Go. Go. Go up there and go to your toes. Where do you go? Okay. I did have to train them with the whip, but it doesn't hurt them. Are you a shepherd? In that sense. I'm not saying that like sheeps, right? But like, that's kind of cool. Sometimes the whips do tell, it's another, I want to say it's another form base of energy, pretty much. When you have to actually physically do something to be able to tell that animal, it's to distill fear, and once they see it once, then they won't disrespect you. It's like a mother or a father to a kid. The kid does something bad and the dad's like, no, for the first time, and the kid's like, oh, right? And then eventually you don't have to use that whip anymore. You would like to be someday. You want to be a shepherd? That's pretty cool. I've never met anybody who wanted to be a shepherd before. No way. Aw. So Alejandro, so if you were to see your cat, I want to say that that's your cat, and she did get stolen from you. I can relate to that. If you were to see your cat now, what would she do? What do you think she would do? Would she I know she would recognize you right off the bat, but That's pretty cool. Sheep and goat. Never even thought about it. The sheep. The sheep will teach you the way. You should if you want to be a shepherd, I would recommend to try it one day. Just do it. Just buy a dozen sheep and just herd them around. Yeah, again, times are a little different too, but if you go to a sacred area, you might be able to be okay. You'll be okay. And yeah, it is playing random music at this point. I don't know if you guys can even hear the music anymore. The rest follow, they do, yes. Damn, it's already an hour and 10 minutes. I might have to end the live before it gets too long. And yeah, I think the reason why I was getting banned so much is because, well, not banned, but like the video was getting cut out too much was because due to recognition D. So we won't be doing that anymore. We'll just do simple things. Also, look at her little feet. I want to say another thing with birds. Like, I'm very good at taming birds very well. The key with birds is they're very free-flighted animals, especially something that can fly away from anybody at any time. The key is to make sure that they know that they can fly at any way at any time, but for them in their little brains to know that it's better to just stay with their owner. So when someone is restricting them to be able to fly away instead of just letting it fly away, it's like a kid. You have to let it discipline you and disrespect you first to be able to realize, hey, I don't want to be here, I'd rather be here because this is the person I've been with my whole life. That's why I'm very good with birds. Just saying. I know this one guy since he but yeah, I still I'm still have to finish the book. I've been super busy, but I think I actually might read most of it tonight. And Alejandro, you're very funny. I can't like the comment. I can't pin it because it's not TikTok. I wasn't here earlier. I thought YouTube was more open to those topics. Oh, no worries. I mean, hey, if I'm being honest with you, I'm just starting out my YouTube channel. So having anybody here really helps, especially with like the comments, you know? And the one thing I like about YouTube is when I'm done this live, it just posts automatically. So anybody who wants to retrack on that, they have the freedom to do that. And I think next time we will actually do something a little different. Maybe I'll talk more about other things than just energy. I mean, energy is a very big thing, but we'll talk more about other things. Also, I hope my voice is okay. I can't tell. Oh yeah, it's replaying music. So if anybody has any other questions before I head out, please let me know. And yeah, we'll discuss. I'll do a community chat and we can discuss what we want to talk about next time. Okay. I couldn't tell if it was good or not because I could hear like a double. I could hear myself twice and I don't know why. And I hope I don't get copyright from the music. That would suck. Kangen water is so good. Okay, good. Also, for anybody who wonders, obviously this is Emmy. She's a Brazilian bird. I had her for a year. I got her at 10 weeks, so she's still just a baby. And yeah. Our goal this summer is to free flight her. It's either going to go very bad or it's going to go very well. And because she's been free flighted before, I think it'll be okay. And I'll see if I can do a personal YouTube for that. And I'll post it, the free flight. I'm drinking water right now. I drink Kangen water. Don't get me started on the Kangen water. My grandma has a $7,000 machine. Which, if I successfully do day trading, I'll just buy my own machines. Do you drink water? Alejandro, you knew. You were with Titan for a bit, weren't you? My main goal is to be able to be successful at day trading and to be able to just do that, honestly, and just live healthy. That's good. I noticed since I stopped drinking tap water, I had a lot more dreams. Tap water is poison. Unless you have a filter, if you have like a Brita filter, like, you know, the Brita, or reverse osmosis is very, very, very good. But yes, if you don't do weed, I barely smoke weed. I don't really even do weed as much. I have like a little vape, but I don't smoke it. I'm too busy to be able to do that. Good. And also, dreams are very, 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 very important. You have to be able to have these dreams, even if it's bad, good, or whatever the case may be. You need them, and then you wake up and you feel better. It's like the last Airbender, like Aang. You have to go through these dreams to be able to find your inner being. So when I have dreams and I wake up and it's a good dream, I feel good. But if I'm struggling and I wake up in a dream and I don't feel good, then that's an issue. So sometimes I get lost in the dream world and sometimes I don't want to wake up because I'm not finished yet. Until I wake up at like 1 p.m. and I'm finished. I don't know if anybody can relate. I don't know, it makes sense. I don't know, it makes me... Come on, man, come on. She's getting at my wire. I don't know, it makes me wake up so tired. Yes, it's because your dream wasn't succeedingly finished yet. And if you disturb it, or you don't come back to it to finish it, it's dealing with your inner self. Because when you're sleeping, your body, she's bothering me a little bit. When you're sleeping, your energy, okay, let's just say it like this, guys. Your body, flesh, it needs to sleep. But your soul does not. So what does it do? It deals with all the emotions, spirits that you have to go through, you know? So sometimes you'll wake up and you're like, oh, I had a dream about teeth being pulled, or a dog bit me, or you know, you get really in tune with that. With me, I like to sleep a lot sometimes because I love to sleep and be in the spirit world. I can astral project. I know when I'm in a dream. I've evolved in that sense. That's why I sleep. Maybe it could be because you're overthinking. I'm not sure. Every human is different. But even that, like, I don't know. With me, when I sleep, I just kind of go with the flow. I know that I'm in the dream, and instead of changing it, instead of changing the flow of it, I go with the current, and I see what the possible outcome could be. And then I wake up, I'm like, damn, that was a crappy dream, or that was a good dream. You're bugging me. But yeah, guys, it's like, damn, it's already an hour and 21 minutes. I should probably end the stream. It's getting pretty late. I don't want to keep my grandma up too long. My time, right? I don't know what it's like in Alberta or where you guys at. It's 2:16 in the morning for me. That sounds good. But I will definitely pick this up like tomorrow. I'll probably start earlier after I'm done like dinner and stuff and packing lunches. Hundos. You don't know the difference between astral projection and dreams when you wake up in a dream, lucid dreaming. So astral projection is when you know that you're in a dream and you can control it. You are that dream. That is you. Lucid dreaming is the aware that you are lucid dreaming, but you don't control it. You just keep it the way it is. That's what I do. I lucid dream. Hold on. I don't want to feed you false information. Let me look it up just to make sure. So lucid dreaming is a phenomenon of being aware that you were dreaming while still asleep. Yes. So let me duplicate the tab and do... I think astral projection is being able to control your dreams, so bright. Oh my god. Jesus, Lord, God, is that you? So astral projection dreaming is a relation between astral projection and dreaming. Is a fascinating subject of study. It's not giving me a clear... Anyways, while dreaming is a natural part of sleep cycle, particularly during the REM stage, astral projection is often associated with deeper, more intense experiences. And some individuals report the feeling as sensations and similar to astral projection during lucid dreaming, which can lead to impressions that are much more vivid than regular dreams, psych dreams. On the other hand, carry messages in sight from the universe, can serve as a getaway to astral projection. The key difference lies in consciousness, intent, and embark on the journey and vividness in the experience. I do that all the time, if I'm being honest. It's so bright. Damn. So sometimes I know that I'm dreaming and I'm astral projection. I understand it, but I don't disturb it. So when I wake up, I kind of go through the dream and it feels so real. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, like, wow, that felt very real. That's why dreaming is so important. Oh, good night, Alejandro. I'm gonna be going to bed soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed right now. It's okay, I had lots I thought it was just lucid dreaming. Yeah, it's different in a way. I thought it was astral projection when you leave your body and your soul. Yes, it is. You're not wrong. So the difference is senses. It's okay. Astral projection is you're dreaming, but the dream feels so real. Lucid dreaming is knowing that you can control anything in your dream the way that it is, depending on who you are as a human being. That's all I gotta say, guys. Anyways, we will pick this up tomorrow. We will probably go back towards it if you have any other questions or whatnot. But we'll save them for tomorrow. It is getting late. And I think this stream was very good. And I really appreciate both of you and everybody who watches this to, learn from it. Because I'll be your guru. I'll try as much as I can as a young soul. I'm still learning myself, but yeah. I hope everybody has a great night. And yeah, thank you again. It's been an hour and 26 minutes, so it's been a successful live. So hopefully I don't get copyright for the songs. And you guys, everybody sleep well, drink water. It was very nice